everyone, welcome back to Digitally Twisted Media. For today's video, I'm going to talk about some of this news that's been coming out, not verified at all, regarding the upcoming Joker 2 movie. So to start off, I really liked this Joker movie. The one with Joaquin Phoenix. I loved that movie. When I first saw it, I watched it all the way through. I saw it on DVD. I didn't see it in the theater. I watched it all the way through, and then when it got over, I immediately restarted it and watched it again because I felt like there was probably a lot of little Easter eggs and things that happened early on in the movie that kind of foreshadowed things that would happen later, and I wanted to pick them all out. Since then, I've watched that movie numerous times. I love it. I love how gritty it is. I love how raw it is. I love how it really shows kind of this descent into madness, and how a combination of mental illness, but also just kind of a bad hand in life, and a society that is not giving somebody the tools and resources that they need in order to function. How all of these things kind of come together to, cause somebody to downward spiral and end up like the Joker. I thought the first movie was so powerful and so realistic in how it cataloged that. I loved it about that movie. And at the end, seeing how, he got this cult following of people like propping him up and elevating him, it just seemed like something I would really see happening in our society. And these sorts of things actually have happened in our society. I won't go into any details about that, but right now we're going to focus on this news about the Joker 2. The top two things people are talking about is Lady Gaga being cast as Harley Quinn, and that the Joker 2 might be a musical. Now, neither of these things have actually been confirmed by Warner Brothers, but it seems pretty likely that Lady Gaga is going to be cast in this movie, and it would make sense for her to be Harley Quinn. I think that this would be a great casting, honestly. I think Lady Gaga is a really good actress. I saw her in A Star Is Born. She did a fantastic job. She definitely is very, very talented, not only as a musician, not just as a composer, but clearly as an actress as well. I think casting her in a movie in a role as Harley Quinn is a great choice. I don't have any issues with that. I do kind of think that maybe putting Lady Gaga in this role could have something to do with the whole musical route that it's going down. I have very mixed feelings about that. These are a couple of the top articles that we found when we were just looking up about Joker 2 movie. And this one talks about a Lady Gaga Harley Quinn mashup existing for years, even before this coming out in the Joker 2. Talking about a lot of different parodies being done that kind of cast Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn. Yeah, definitely. I can see it. I mean, she's crazy enough. If you've seen any of her music videos from back in the early 2000s during her Monster tour, I mean, yeah, she could definitely give Margot Robbie a run for, the little craziness of Harley Quinn. That will be a great casting. This one actually has a really cool fan art picture that was posted on somebody's Instagram. So on Instagram, I guess a lot of people have been posting fan arts of Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn. So here she is playing, the psychiatrist doctor, and also, you can see that Harley Quinn aspect kind of peeking through under the makeup. So this is really cool. I'm excited about this. If they do want to go with her, I could see the musical aspect working because, she is a great singer, and that was why A Star Is Born was so good, was because she was really able to play that kind of budding starlet. Because she's been there. She's lived that life. Having her in a musical would only make sense. I just personally feel like a musical is really going to be cutting out a large chunk of their audience and not going to appeal to as many people. This particular article really goes into depth with it, and there are some things in this article that I agree with, some things I don't, especially talking about who they are kind of pegging as the original demographic or people that would have liked the Joker movie. Again, this was a lot of controversy with the original movie, but I will say that this original Joker movie, it made over $1 billion in box office revenue, which apparently this was the first R-rated film to ever make over $1 billion. So regardless of all the negative press that was put out about this movie leading up to its release, it definitely didn't deter people if it was still able to make $1 billion in the box office. Just saying. I feel like depending on which way they go with the musical, though, they might be cutting out some of their original fan base because people don't necessarily want to go see a musical. I've seen some musicals that are well done and are successful, but there's a stigma. There's a stigma about musicals. We all know it. I won't get into it. And I kind of agree with the writer of this article that the reason why they might be trying to go the musical route is right here. Perhaps on some level, the choice to make a musical is made to divorce the work from some of the less tasteful aspects of the fan base. Without going on a soapbox rant about this, I do feel like this could possibly be why maybe Warner Brothers would want to go that way. Maybe they want to, prevent some of that supposed negative press that the first Joker received. But again, over $1 billion in box office return. I don't think that negative press deterred anybody. And it was an amazing film. Thinking about the musical aspect, though, and how it might work. So, in the first Joker, Joaquin Phoenix did actually have a musical number. He, as he was kind of going into his madness, goes out into the world wearing his Joker getup, his makeup, and he's, kind of going up the stairs, and you have the song Put on a Happy Face playing in the background. He's dancing. He's embracing his new persona that's emerging from him. That worked. It was music. It was definitely, I would say, a musical number, and that did work in the original film. So perhaps if the director is able to treat it tasteful like that, having a musical could potentially work. I just tend to think of musicals as being kind of campy. We'll have to see when they finally do come out with some trailers, though, and actually confirm if any of these things are even going to take place. How it looks. Is it still going to retain some of that grittiness and rawness? Or is it going more of the campy theater route? We'll have to find out. And ultimately, this will be obviously a choice of the director, of the writer, and of the studio that's going to be producing it. Which way do they want to go? Let me know what you guys think about this. Do you want to see a musical version of the Joker? Do you think it's a good idea? Did you like the original one? Would you like to see a second one that's more along those lines? Let me know. I'll talk to you all later. Bye!